I can't get enough from Tavex Bullion at the moment. They keep sending me more and more gold bullion, and boy, do I absolutely love it. So here today, we're going to be reviewing the Beowulf and Grendal 2024 gold coin. So we're back with another amazing product to review. I know you guys absolutely love seeing the gold bullion pieces, and I absolutely love getting sent them from Tavex Bullion. I'm very, very lucky. So big shout out to Tavex Bullion. Thank you as always for sending me such wicked pieces of precious metals. Okay, so let's get straight to it. What have I got in my hands here today? Is it special? Are there heavy premiums? And should you be buying pieces like this? Well, let's get straight to the point. So this is a 4/9 fine, 24 carat, 1 ounce, British Myths and Legends, Beowulf and Grendal gold coin. You can get this from Tavex Bullion, and it's produced from the Royal Mint, the original maker. Now, firstly, what have I got to say about the design? Well, I think it's lovely. The gold really does have that super yellowness to it, and the detail is pretty fantastic. You can see so many layers and depth to this coin. So what you've got on the front of it is the Beowulf in the background and Grendal there. The historicness of this coin essentially depicts the battle of the Beowulf from the Old English poem, where the Beowulf essentially encounters with the swamp monster Grendal. Now, why might you consider this coin for? Maybe its design alone, yeah, possibly. But what are the other benefits that surround this piece? Well, some of you will be pleased to know that yes, it is capital gains tax exempt. Any gold coin minted from the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom is automatically capital gains tax exempt, as it's classed as legal tender. So that's a big bonus. So if this coin goes up in value, like gold historically keeps going up and up in value, you're not going to have to pay any capital gains tax on this piece, which is quite pleasant to know. And on that topic, gold right now is doing big things. This month alone, and the last month, gold's gone up 4.81%. That's an increase of £77 and £47 per ounce in the last month, bringing gold to a total value per ounce in British sterling pound to £1,689 and 44 pence. So gold's just again, as always, proving to be a fantastic wealth preservation device and hedge against inflation. It just gives you more reason to add gold to your portfolio, to really have it as a backbone security device to protect your finances and to protect your investments. So in case any of your other investments fall out of bed, maybe you've got index funds, high risk stocks or shares, gold's going to keep you safe. It's going to protect you. I always like to say that gold isn't necessarily going to make you rich, but I certainly believe that it's going to keep you rich. Now, this coin is the first coin of the free coin collection series from the Royal Mint, and I think it's quite a nice looking coin. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some gloves on so we can take a slightly closer look and see some real detail of this coin. Now, today I'll be using some wonderful Tavex Bullion cotton gloves, and I absolutely love these. If you want to pick up a pair of these, you can win some every single month on my channel membership. I give away awesome prizes, including gold and silver bullion, and awesome accessories as well, like Tavex gloves. So if you do want some, consider becoming a channel member, because you can win some really lovely prizes. Okay, so here we have the coin in my hand, and wow, it's a really nice piece. I love the detail. I must admit, I think the Royal Mint's designs had become a little bit lazy, but they really seem to have sort of pulled it back out a little bit with this specific design. Now, if you watch the channel regularly, most of you will know I'm not particularly a collector or a series collector piece, especially of proof coins as well. So for me, I probably won't be buying this coin. I do like the design, and I think it could be quite popular with more collectors than, let's say, generic stackers of gold bullion like myself. I'm somebody who wants to stick to the best value for money when it comes to buying my precious metal pieces. So I'm going to be looking for maybe more generic, standard capital gains tax exempt legal tender pieces like the Britannia. So how would this particular piece, as I'm looking at this from a generic stacker point of view, and someone else may be looking at it from a collector's point of view, how would this stack up in price difference between this Beowulf and Grendal gold coin to, let's say, a 1 ounce gold Britannia? Well, let's have a little look. I've done a price comparison. So to pick this Grendal and Beowulf gold coin up, it's going to set you back around £1,758 from Tavex Bullion. I think that's a pretty expensive price. I think there's some fair old premiums on that. Now, to give a bit of perspective to that opinion, let's look at how much a 1 ounce gold and Britannia is from Tavex Bullion. It's going to set you back £1,731 to pick up a more generic piece like a Britannia. What's the difference? Well, there's a premium difference of £27. Now, for me, the first thing I think of when I hear the difference of £27 is I could pick up a 1 ounce silver Britannia for that, and I'd actually have some change as well. So why would I want to buy something that is exactly the same purity and weight as a 1 ounce Britannia and pay £27 more? I could go and buy a generic Britannia and save myself £27, and I'd still be able to pick up one of these and keep some change as well. I don't want to be too critical because it's not fair of me to completely hate on the premiums. There is benefits to premium pieces. You know, they do become collectors' pieces in the future. A case in point would be to look at the Una and the Lion bar from the Royal Mint. Even back in the day when I first started buying them, I had a sneaky feeling that these may be more desired in the future, and it turned out to be a very good punt, because at the end of the day, those are fetching around £50 an ounce now for a 1 ounce silver bar. I mean, it's absolutely crazy when you consider the fact that you can get one of these Perth Mint Dragon bars for around £34, £35, even a little bit less on the second-hand market. You know, you can pick them up for around £27, £28. That shows you how much premium pieces can shoot up in the future. So is that going to happen with this Beowulf and Grendal gold coin? I don't think it will. I don't think it's unique enough. I think the fact that it's going to be part of a free coin collection series, I think it takes away a little bit of that aspect of how unique it is, because it's going to be a series coin. People are going to want to stack them in a series and in sets. But nonetheless, who knows? They could be very popular in the future. At the end of the day, it's still a capital gains tax exempt piece. It's minted from the Royal Mint, so we know the gold quality is going to be fantastic. We know that gold doesn't tarnish. We know that the design is very nice. It does feature a current monarch, which is King Charles on the reverse, and a lot of people aren't a fan of Charles. That's clear. That's made very clear in the comments of my videos. But to be honest with you, I have no issues with him being a monarch. I don't see any issues with him being on bullion pieces. The only thing is, I do wish that he featured a crown on every single piece he was on. But I know historically that with a king, that doesn't happen. So it's only on pieces like Coronation Britannias. But I like it. I think it's got a very nice portrait of him on the back. Very clear text. It's not much going on, which makes it nice and clear, nice and crisp. So overall, would this be a good addition to your investment stack, or should you stay away from it and stick to more generic pieces like Britannias and maybe sovereigns? Even though they're 22 carat, they're a very, very well priced gold investment. I think it comes down to the investor that's choosing to spend their money at the end of the day. And I do believe there's no right or wrong answer, because buying gold is a wealth preservation device in itself. You're hedging against inflation. It's a fantastic form of savings, and it's extremely safe. And we know that gold is a long-term hedge. You're gonna want to hold it for a long, long time to recoup those premiums and to essentially make your money back and then preserve your wealth in the long run. And as we know, gold in the last 10 years, the last decade, has increased an amazing 116.11%. I mean, that's amazing growth for such a low risk investment. So I think either way, gold is a fantastic wealth preservation device. You're spending money on something that's going to look after your capital, and it's going to look after your future. To conclude on this piece, I think it's an absolutely stunning design. I really struggle to fault the design. I think there's been a lot of thought and a lot of effort gone into this coin. However, I would personally say that I think it's more suited to a collector than maybe a generic weight stacker. But for sure, let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I'd love to know. And once again, thank you to Tavex for trusting me and sending me these beautiful gold and silver bullion pieces. As always, if you do want to get cheaper gold bullion, you can use my discount code Future Investments. The code and the link for Tavex Bullion is in the description below, with all of the offers on the gold and silver that applies with the discount. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye bye.